Everyone and welcome. Today we are going to level up your English by tackling 10 super common mistakes. You know, the little things that can trip up even really good speakers. So let's jump right in and get them fixed. Have you ever had that moment? You say something and it just feels, well, a little bit weird. You can't quite put your finger on why, but you know it wasn't 100% right. Don't worry, you are definitely not alone. It's a totally normal part of the journey to fluency.
And here's the great news. These little tripwires are actually pretty easy to fix once you see them. So in this explainer, we're going to count down the top 10 mistakes, we'll get into the why behind them, and give you everything you need to start sounding more natural and way more confident.
All right, kicking off our countdown at number 10, we've got a true classic. I am agree. I'm sure you've heard this one a lot, maybe even said it, but that little word am, it doesn't belong here. And the reason is,
Agree is an action. It's a verb, something you do, just like run or think. You'd never say I am run, right? You just say I run. It's the exact same idea here. You are performing the action of agreeing, so all you need to say is, I agree.
coming in hot at number 9 is a mix-up all about time. It's the epic battle of since versus for. Now, confusing these two is incredibly common, but the fix is actually super simple once you know what each word is really for.
Okay, here is the easiest way to remember this. Use for when you're talking about a duration, a block of time, like 3 years, 2 weeks, 10 minutes. And use since when you're pointing to a specific start time, like since 2020 or since last Monday. Just think, for a duration, since a start. Simple as that.
At number 8, we've got a really subtle one, adjective order. Now look, everyone will understand what you mean if you say a red big car, but to a native speaker, it just sounds a little out of tune. That's because English has this kind of secret, unwritten rule for the order of adjectives.
Okay, now don't panic. You do not need to memorize this whole list perfectly. Seriously. But just knowing the general flow, that opinion comes before size and size comes before color, that alone will make your descriptions sound so much more natural. It's what makes it a lovely, big red car, not a red, big, lovely car. Number 7 is all about using the right word for the right job. It's a word form thing. Think about it. You wouldn't say he is happiness, right? You'd say he is happy. It's the exact same problem here, just confusing the idea itself with the word that describes someone.
So here's the clean distinction. Success is the noun. It's the thing, the achievement, the result. Successful is the adjective. It's the word you use to describe the person or the project that achieved it. So he has success, and that's what makes him successful. See the difference?
At number 6, we have the mystery of the disappearing the. This is a big one. When we talk about these huge, abstract ideas in a general way, English speakers almost always drop the article the. I love life sounds deep and philosophical, but I love the life, that sounds like you're talking about a very specific lifestyle, like being a rock star or something. So, here's a great rule of thumb. When you're talking in general about big concepts, life, love, science, happiness, freedom, just leave out the. It's a small change that makes a huge difference in how natural you sound. All right, we have hit the halfway mark. Now we're getting into the heavy hitters, the top 5. These are the ones that can cause some real confusion, so let's dig in and get them sorted out once and for all.
Kicking off our top 5, we have the double negative. Now, I know in a lot of other languages, 2 negatives just make the feeling stronger. But in English, it's different. They actually cancel each other out. So if you say, I don't have nothing, what you're logically saying is that you do have something.
The easiest way to think about it is like simple math. Not is a minus sign. Nothing is another minus sign. And what happens when you have 2 minuses? They make a plus. It's the same in English grammar. So you can say, I have nothing, which is correct. Or you can say, I don't have anything. Both are great. Just don't use both negatives in the same phrase.
Oh man, number 4 is such an easy trap to fall into. The word people. It looks singular, doesn't it? There's no S's at the end. But here's the thing. It's what's called an irregular plural. It's always plural. So one person is happy, but 2 or more people are happy.
every single time.
And at number 3, we have the classic showdown, make versus do. This one isn't really about a hard grammar rule. It's all about word partnerships, what we call collocations. Some words just sound right together. They're like a team. And in English, you don't do a decision, you make one. Now, as a general guide, make is often about creating or producing something that wasn't there before, like making a cake, making a promise, making a sound. Do is usually for an action or a task, like doing your homework, doing the laundry, or doing a job. The real key here is just learning these common pairs.
Our runner-up at number 2 is another one of those partnership problems, but this time with prepositions. Some verbs have a favorite preposition that they just always hang out with, and the verb depend is a perfect example. It's never of, it's never in, it is always
On. I absolutely love this way of remembering it. Think of depend and on as best friends. They go everywhere together. They're inseparable. So what does the plan depend on? The weather. Who can I rely on? You. They're a team. Always.
And here we are, the number 1 most common mistake, and it's a big one, especially if you speak a Romance language like French or Spanish. It's the classic false friend. Using the word actually when you mean right now can totally change what you're trying to say.
Okay, let's break this down, because this one is huge. In English, actually means in fact or really. You use it to correct someone or to emphasize a surprising point. The word you're looking for, the word that means at the present time, is currently. It's a small difference in the word, but it's a massive difference in meaning.
So there you have it. 10 common errors, totally demystified. You know, the biggest takeaway here is simply this. Just being aware of them is the first giant step. And please, don't try to fix them all at once. Just pick one, really get the why behind it, and practice it until it becomes second nature. And remember, making new mistakes is part of the process.
Look, the path to real fluency is just built one small, confident step at a time. And today we just laid out 10 of those steps for you. So the only question I have for you is, which one are you going to start with? Thanks so much for watching.